like sharing. It's been the most incredible 20 plus years of my life. Experiences I never would have expected. But the key was that I finally realized I was given something that was there, that was always there. We all have it. We just worry sometimes about what the world's going to say. What I'm going to suggest today is just be you. You know, if you have mediumship abilities like Shell's recognized, first thing I share with everyone is don't be me. Don't be anyone else. A friend of mine, John Edward, and people like to say sometimes you're like John Edward. No, John Edward is him. I'm me. But you got to be you, and you got to accept the abilities you've been given, because we all have them. And my feeling is something like this today, and the investigation tonight will actually help you to open up even more. So, if that's your story, what I'm going to do today is going to teach you some of the things that I do. It doesn't mean you have to do it. It's some of the things I do to help me to get more connected with my abilities, with your abilities, and then also I'm going to share something that's very, very valuable and very, very important. In fact, I want to tell you this now. Before you even begin working on your spiritual abilities, you need to elevate your confidence. You need to lower any insecurities you've built up through the years, because this world, especially right now, the things we're going through, it will knock you down. It will make you feel like you're nobody. You know, we had COVID several years ago, and that was probably one of the worst things that ever happened to us. Not because of medical, but it was because of how it changed our perspective of life and how it changed our thinking. And then we have, you know, things that's going on right now with crazy politics and things like that. Piece of advice: don't watch the news. Okay? I always like to share this when I'm talking. I haven't watched the news for years. In fact, I always like saying this. I remember one morning, I got up, got my coffee, and the first thing I did was, for some reason, I turned on the television. I usually read or just do nothing but drink my coffee and take the day. And I turned on the news, and the first thing came on television was, "Good morning, America!" It was like, yes, and excited and positive and woohoo. And the intro got done, and when it got done, it said, "Today, 14 people got killed yesterday," and it's like they went from positive to like, yeah. And it's like I turned it off, because I thought, why couldn't you continue to go on with that path? So, first piece of advice I give is kind of separate yourself. Don't put your head in the sand, but just just separate yourself from the world. And here's even more why, because I've had other people share this with me. For individuals like you today who are going to start growing and start evolving your abilities, it's so important right now. It happened about 2 years ago, and I've had people in different parts of this industry tell me the same thing. We're being elevated right now. Those with spiritual abilities, with spiritual abilities are actually, and I don't want to say I don't want you to get egotistical and feel like you're above everyone else, but in a sense you're being elevated. If you're connecting, if you're acknowledging your spiritual abilities, you're going to be elevated, kind of above everything that's going on right now. And there's a very valuable reason why, because as we watch the years continue, you may already see this. And I'm not talking religion, I'm not talking church, I'm talking spiritual. But have you noticed the churches and religion are struggling? Have you noticed they're arguing with each other about things in this world and separating and dividing? Have you noticed, and I've noticed it too, that people are becoming less and less connected with what they've learned in church, and you're getting more and more open to, wait a minute, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling more, they're connecting more with themselves spiritually. There's all reason for this. And for those of you who are here today that are going to elevate your spiritual, you're going to see more and more of this, and you're going to feel like you're like a little bit elevated from that. And there's a reason for that, because as time goes on, I feel this way. Individuals like myself who recognize these abilities and are utilizing these abilities as a purpose, we're here to do one thing, and that's to serve. It's just to serve. So recognize that today too. You're also here today for a reason and a purpose, and you're here today to elevate your spiritual self. So we're going to do some things to help you. What I do 2 to 3 to 4 private sessions a day, live coaching on Mondays. But before every one, I do this. First thing you do when you get up in the morning, and I always share this, try this for 27 straight days. There's a college in England who did a study, and they said that they did a study. If the person does something for 66 straight days, it becomes a habit. I say just try this for 27 days. When I life coach, I always tell them, do it for 27 straight days, and then it'll become part of your routine. So just 27 straight days, first thing you do is, just a second. I got 2 little kids.
It's
on the
okay.
inside.
Yeah.
The wellness students tell me
It's
that
okay.
here.
They like you.
They're about to, I'm chuckling at me.
Okay. One just is a boy and a girl, and they're asking me, the little boy said, is this school? So he went, no, I told him, I said, yeah, we're in school. So they're standing right here, so sorry about that. I just had to acknowledge you. But the first thing you do when you get up in the morning,